Alright, hello. So, okay, it wasn't actually this isn't actually my first job. I've had a job at, like, a grocery store, and I've had a job at, like, a fast food restaurant, sure. But, like, it's not technically my, like, first job, but this is, like, my first actual job, like, everything else is, like, part-time, like, minimum wage, whatever. This is, like, actually engineering job, right, for a big company. Um, Today was my first day of that. Um, so pretty crazy. Um, let's talk about it. So I guess I'll just give you the play-by-play, right? So, so I woke up at 6 a.m. Right? I've been waking up around like 6:40, 6:15, right? To can't prepare for this. Sorry, that's wrong. I didn't wake up at 6 a.m. I woke up at 2 a.m. And then I woke up at 3 a.m. And then I woke up at 4:30 a.m. And then I woke up at 5 a.m. And then I woke up at 6 a.m. to my alarm. Because I don't know, I was just scared of waking up late. I legit had a dream of me waking up at like 12:13 p.m. and like apparently the job started at noon, and which is just wrong because it starts at 8. But it's a dream, so it's gonna be stupid. But you know, so that was yeah. I didn't think I was that stressed over this, but I guess I was like clearly. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're a boat racer, I highly recommend you actually drive this track first before you watch this, because um, this track is one of the most fun tracks I've done for like mine finding and just explorability. Because like, bro, spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1, like shit like that is sick. So I really recommend you to run the track yourself and find stuff like that. And this thing, yeah. So spoiler, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I wake up at like a bunch before actually the alarm goes off, right? I think I got enough sleep, right? I feel fine. I felt fine all day. Um, but yeah, I don't know if that was noteworthy. But yeah, so I wake up 6, do my normal routine, um, like, make breakfast. I actually shower. I don't normally shower in the morning, it's like first day I have to shower. Um, you know, so I'm supposed to leave by 7:25 a.m. because the tribe's like 20 minutes. I want to get there like at like 7:45, right? I'm checking my bag. I pack my lunch. I pack a bunch of back. I actually pack a bunch of stuff. I have like my normal size water bottle, which is normally on my backpack. And I have like my giant like marching band water bottle that I've had since high school. I packed that because why not? I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, and then I pack my like laptop, like my personal laptop, right? I packed like some extra paper. I packed like all my school supplies. I packed like an extra like extra long sleeve shirt. I packed extra socks because the socks I'm wearing like much thinner than normal, and like in the wintertime, if my feet or like if my toes are cold, they swell up, so that sucks. And like it's like the socks being really thin, especially when it's cold out because it's winter. Um, like I'm scared about that, so I packed socks. They don't take much space, whatever. I packed like my like blue light glasses, my normal glasses, like charger for like my personal laptop thing. I got it all packed, and my backpack's like heavier than it's been months. Like it reminds me of like back my days back in school where like my backpack was like heavy. I was like, oh my god. It's been a while, huh? That's crazy. But yeah, then I'm like after I shower, like I'm looking at like, okay, what should I wear, right? And then, I've had my idea of like, okay, just black slacks, and the same shirt, like polo shirt that I wore to my interview, like my job interview, like that's been my go-to like business casual shirt for like everything. Um, so that's what I wear. And I'm like, wait, it's cold out. I don't have any jackets that like really feel like kind of like business casual because like, the dress feels like business casual. Or honestly, it might be even like more loose than business casual. Like I actually like one of the people I met today like was like just like wearing like a Gap hoodie. So like it's a bit more like lenient than business casual, but like I still didn't feel like I had anything that was like that really fit or I was like confident would like really work. Especially for my first day. So I was just like, I guess I'll just like not wear jackets. um, so I show up, I step out of my car in the cold without a jacket, like Also, I forgot to mention. Like I left the house. Like I was supposed to leave the house at like 7:25. I left at like 7:30. But thinking, I was expecting to get there at 7:45, so I gave myself 15 minutes of leeway. So yeah. I ended up being totally fine. Because again, I based my like calculations off like Google Maps, and Google Maps like gives you like a range of times. If you like, if you set it to like arrive by 7:45 a.m., it'll be like it'll take between 16 to 25 minutes or whatever, right? So I planned based on 25 minutes or whatever it was. Yeah. So I show up on time, like 10 to 15 minutes early. I think I might have been like 8 minutes actually. I don't know. Regardless, I'm early. The idea was like my boss said to like wait outside because I don't have my key card yet to access the building and stuff. So like it was like, okay, just wait outside. I'll come down and get you. Just text me or call me. So I'm walking up and I call him and I'm like, hey, good morning. And he's like, yeah, good morning. I'll be down in a minute or a couple minutes. And I was like, okay, cool. Like 30 seconds go by, and like these two guys, like they're talking. They walk up and they're talking, and like they go in, and like I overhear them being like, one of them being like, oh, so like this is your first day, and the other guy was like, yeah, and they're like, so what department do you work in? Like the new guy was like, oh yeah, I work in like this department, and it's like the same department as me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's one of the other guys they hired. Cool, because I know they're hiring multiple people for the position. Because they have apparently like a giant backlog of work that needs to be done, so like multiple years large backlog. So hey, I guess I have job security for another couple of years. Maybe I'll get to that. But yeah, so they walk in, and I know there's like this is like a sign on the door that's like everyone must like use like their card keys as they go in, like no I forget what the term is, but like you gotta like flash your card on like the whatever terminal thing. That's a cool shortcut, by the way. I like that one. It's really hard though, or pretty hard. But yeah, so then I'm just like I'm still out there because I don't follow them in. Because I'm like thinking to myself like like I don't know how this all works. I think I should probably just wait for my boss. But yeah, so I'm sitting out there again in the cold without a jacket, just kind of waiting. When someone comes up and they're like, "Oh, are you invisible?" Yeah. Oh, are you invisible? Yeah. They say exactly like this, by the way. Totally exactly like this. Are you a visitor? And I'm like, oh no, this is my first day, right? And they're like, oh, I'll just let you in. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. So that's cool. I just sat out there in the cold for like a couple minutes for nothing. That's awesome. And I greet the guy who was talking, like they're like new. His name is Tree. There's no trees on this track, but like it's that tree that like that thing that's outside that like boat racers don't know about. Well, no, sorry, they know what trees are because half the boat racing tracks have like are in freaking forests. So like yeah, it's like one of those trees, but instead of like two E's, it's like one I. So TRI is his name. Which is I've never heard of that name, so that's interesting. He's apparently from Vietnam. He apparently moved like 7 years ago. But yeah, so he's pretty cool. But yeah, so I meet him, shake his hand or whatever, and we're checking in with the receptionist because you apparently have to check in. And then yeah, a couple minutes later, boss comes down, shakes her hand. We go in the elevator and we go up to our, like the second floor, right? You want to make a guess what the first thing we did was after leaving the elevator? So what we do is we go over to his office. It's like, okay, I guess we're going to his office, sure. Maybe we're just stopping by before we like go to like wherever like our cubicles are. And he ushers us in. He hands me a backpack, a phone, a mouse, a keyboard, and a giant thick laptop. It's like, here, this is for you. I'm like what? I'm on fire. What? And I mean, to be fair, I should have expected it, because, like, I mean, it's an engineering job, and, like, with what I'm going to be doing, I need equipment, right? But, like, the first thing we do is that, and, like, it's just, like, so much. Like, the other guy, like, Tree is, like, I wasn't expecting gifts. Like, what the heck? Like, what? Like, it was crazy. Like, it does make sense that they would give it to us. But, yeah, no. It was, like, oh, okay, cool, awesome. Like, like, the laptop is, like, 64 gigabytes of RAM. Like, it's actually a chonker. Like, it's actually a beast. I don't know. Like, so, yeah. And then, so, then we go to, like, this conference room. And he's like, yeah, so this is where you guys will be. I'm like, okay, sure. It's like, it's just, it's a conference room. So, like, you know, like, a place where people have meetings. But there's, like, desks and stuff. Like, it's, like, plug in, like, monitor. Like, there's, like, monitor stands as well. So, like, it would be fun to work right there. So, that's, I guess, where we're going to work at conference room. Because they ran out of desks. They don't have enough desks in the engineering department. So, I guess we're just going to be there for a while. He said, like, later, like, while we were shaking people's hands, like, we're going to be there for a long time. And I don't know what that means. That might mean months, that might mean years. I have no clue. So, but yeah, so, you know, we started getting set up, you know, like, we're unpacking our stuff. Our new phone, I've heard of people having work phones, like, my stepdad had a work phone, so it's not, like, an alien concept, but, like, I didn't just think I'd be coming home with 2 phones, like, that's crazy. So, but yeah, so, you know, we're signing in with our stuff, you know, and then we have a Zoom meeting with, like, a bunch of people. I don't remember exactly who they are. Oh, God. But yeah, like, we introduced ourselves. They talked about department changes, how someone got promoted, and how, like, the structure of, like, what team leads even do has changed. And me and Tree are just sitting there and just sitting pretty and, like, okay, I guess this is a change to the department, even though we don't know what the department even looked like beforehand, but okay. And then, you know, after that, I think we then, like, keep setting up our computers and stuff, and then, like, 10 minutes later or something, like, it's like, alright, the boss says, alright, let's go, like, rock, I'll show you around, right? And he's showing us around. Here's the snack room. Here's, like, the shipping room, or, like, the delivery room or whatever. Here's where you can put, like, your lunch, right? There's the refrigerator. I never put my lunch in the refrigerator. We just didn't have the time, and I forgot to. And, because, like, I was busy, like, setting up my computer and stuff, right? And doing, like, all, like, the onboarding tasks. So, I never put my sandwich in the refrigerator. We'll get to that. And then, you know, here's this person. Here's this person. Hey, meet this person. So, Seth here graduated from SJSU, and Tree graduated from UC Berkeley. And yeah, there are new hires. Alright, now this next person. This guy's name is this, and this is Seth. He graduated from SJSU. This is Tree. He graduated from UC Berkeley. Oh, hi. Yeah, nice to meet you. Alright, next person. And we did that for, like, 50 people. Like, for 30 minutes straight or something. Like, it was like, bro, we literally went cubicle to cubicle, shaking people's hands. And, like, it wasn't just, like, you know, like, oh, yeah, it wasn't just, like, the team leads. You know, it was every single guy. We had to shake every single guy's hand. It was, like, okay. Alright, to be fair, like, sure, okay, I guess, like, you know, like, it would make sense, like, okay, you're gonna be working with these people, you should probably, like, meet them all, at least, you know, sure, I get it. But it's just funny that, like, we legit walked around the entire floor and just shook everyone's hand one by one. It was, sure, okay. But again, I get it, but I still found it funny. But yeah, so, did that. Got back to the room, fiddled around on our computers a bit. Then, you know, we have, like, our HR onboarding hour-and-a-half meeting, Zoom call thing with, like, other... Because, again, like, it was only me and Tree who got hired for this position in this location. But, you know, like, they have other locations in, like, California and stuff. And they hired, like, 7 other people across those other locations, right? So, it's, like, there's a bunch of people, like, getting onboarded today. So, like, we have our call. Here's the company, here's our values, here's, in 1934, we were like a piping company or whatever, and, you know, and then 2017, and the CEO changed, and we like collaboration and, integrity, and here's our 6 values, here's our other 4 values, and like, yeah, just that kind of talk. Yeah, and then, you know, we go to another meeting where, you know, we meet other people in the, I got the order wrong on these. Like, this meeting actually happened before we walked around just like everyone said. No, it happened after. It happened after, whatever, you don't care. Another meeting where it was like a, some higher up meeting. I don't know. We introduced ourselves to these guys, and like they introduced themselves back, and like inside the meeting room, and, you know, they start talking about like what each person was doing, like their tasks, like it became a meeting between themselves about like what their tasks were, and then that's when we like had like, because like it was like 9:50, like 8 or something, and we had a meeting at 10. It was like the onboarding meeting, like the HR. Here's our 6 values meeting. So like we had to like leave that meeting. I don't even know why we were in that first meeting to begin with, but yeah. So we had to do that. We get back to the room at like 11:40 or something, 11:30. You know, we're like, okay, what now? I guess we'll just do our onboarding tasks, because, you know, boss didn't tell us what to do. So like, I was like, okay, let's do our onboarding tasks, right? So like 20 minutes go by. I get a message from my boss. Hey, tell Tree I'm taking you guys out to lunch for your first day. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And we went out to Chinese food. You know, I made a whole sandwich and everything, and I was expecting to eat this morning or today, but that's cool, I guess. It's not in the refrigerator, so it's gonna sit in my backpack. I probably could have put it in the refrigerator, honestly, after hearing that, but like, I was scared I was gonna forget it before I left, so I just didn't. So I might eat it tomorrow, but there's also like a potluck tomorrow. There's a lot, like, what's crazy is like there's a lot of things happening tomorrow. There's like a potluck, they're like doing a white elephant thing, and like, I don't know, and like we had zero, like me and Tree, like this is our first day, like, okay, like maybe could have been cool to know about that beforehand, so we could have like at least like, I hope they don't expect us to like actually bring anything. Like, most people buy things, like for the white elephant, right? Like, most people buy things online now. There ain't no way they're getting like half a day shipping time on something. Like, there's no way. And maybe we can make something for like the potluck, but I don't cook shit. So like, hey, you want some eggs? I guess. I think someone else already is making deviled eggs, so like, you know, I mean, curb stomped, but I mean, you know, whatever. Not curb stomped. That, like, I think it's not a competition, but like, you know, oh, I'm not making that joke. Oh, okay. But yeah, so that was funny how we show up and like there's like 2 events that like have a deadline of tomorrow that like we just like can't really do anything for. That's cool. But yeah, so okay, so we go out to lunch, rip my sandwich. Yeah, like I said, I don't even know if I'll be able to eat it tomorrow. Like, but like I feel like, should I risk bringing it? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I should, just in case. But it's a pot. I don't know. Like, it's not. There wasn't like a rule saying, oh yeah, if you don't like bring food, you can't eat for the potluck. There was no rule like that, right? But like, I don't know. Maybe I'll have my grandpa eat it as a snack or something, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, rip my sandwich. We go out to eat Chinese food. It was pretty good. Yeah, that's why I learned that Tree is from Taiwan. Apparently my boss is from Taiwan as well. But yeah. They both speak pretty quietly, by the way. Like, it's hard to like hear them. And what sucks is that Tree has like a pretty bad accent. Why is it daytime? Am I lagging that badly? What? What's happening? What? What was that? What? Anyways, um, yeah, Tu's a pretty bad accent. It's pretty hard to understand him. Um, so I've had to ask a few times like what he said, which sucks, but oh well, that's how it is. Um, but yeah, they both talk pretty quietly. It's like the restaurant was kind of loud, so it was like hard to hear them a lot. So that kind of sucked, but oh well, it was okay. And good food, really good food. But yeah, so we get back from lunch. And by the way, it's so cold out, and I still don't have a jacket, so that's awesome. Um, uh, like everyone else in the like at least like Tree and my boss had a jacket. Like as I was walking out, like everyone seemed to have a jacket, and like so that's cool, I guess. But yeah, so also yeah, I drove, by the way. My boss didn't drive. I drove, so I don't know how many people can say they drove their boss during their first day of work. Like, I don't know. I thought it was peculiar, interesting. But yeah, it was nice of my boss to treat us to lunch. I think it was cool. I missed my jump. Ugh. Okay. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, let me get back. Come on, drive a different track. Well, let me think of what track to drive. Oh my god, new track. Oh, it's CC Prototype 2. Maybe at the end of the video I'll talk about what this is, but yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, so we get back from lunch. You sit down, do more computer things. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking about the track now. God dang it. Yeah, so we get back from lunch. Again, I had to go out in the cold without a jacket. They both have a jacket, so they're both doing great. Oy. Let me turn off. Yeah. Let me think about. I mean, heck, I don't think anything actually happened. I mean, like, I was trying to think of what happened, but like, not much happened. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think. Oh God, I think. This really happened like just 5 hours ago. Like, how do I have a terrible memory. I think it was just like we just do our like orientation, like introduction stuff. Like, I think that's all it was. Yeah, we got like new monitors. It's like we had to like steal monitors from like an empty desk. There was one empty desk. There were two of us, but one empty desk. So I guess we just no 7. One of us probably could take the desk, but like I don't know, my boss wasn't having it. One of the people like whose hands we were shaking like suggested it, and like my boss was like, yeah, no, we'll throw him in this room. So that's cool. But we had to steal that desk monitors. And then like my boss was like, oh yeah, like we're gonna get like your guys' monitors at some point. Next few days, and I was like, okay, cool. And then like after lunch, he's like, oh yeah, we got the monitors, so swap them out. So that was fun. Yes, we set up the monitors, we did more computer stuff. That's about it. So okay, so though at like the end, so it's like an 8 to 5 job, right? So it's wait, no, it's 4:45. Last 15 minutes of the shift. I'm checking out. Like, I have ADHD, and I take meds for it, but like as the day goes on, the meds like wear out, and it's getting to that point, and which is really, and also I've just been tired. But like to be fair, to be fair, it's my first day, but also like I didn't even like do any engineering stuff. Like, it wasn't like really taxing on my brain at all. At least like in that department, like maybe meeting new people and new environment, that might have been taxing, sure. But like I wasn't like, my brain wasn't working very hard, so I don't know. My body wasn't working very hard. I didn't. I moved my laptop, my chunky freaking laptop, from the office, like my boss's office, to the workspace. But like that's it, man. I don't know, like the impact of monitors, like I don't know. I was checking out, but like this onboarding stuff, there's some videos, right? And I guess Tree, like my coworker, just didn't have like earbuds or anything, um, because like he just like starts playing on speaker, and just all my concentration just it's just gone. Like it's just it's over, man. Like every time, like he would turn on the video, because he'd pause it like in between like videos, like had to navigate from one video to the next. That's like peace, like bro, like those like 20 seconds are just like peace, and then like it just turns on, and it's just done. I'm trying to read and I just can't. I'm this is over. It's like, so 15 minutes ago I'm dying, and like it's 5, and like I'm expecting my boss to show up and tell us what to do, and like be like, all right, I'm gonna turn off your laptops, don't whatever, bring this home, whatever. But he's not here, right? So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just try to keep reading, and then Tree just turns on another video and I start dying again. And then, that goes on for like 15 minutes. And I'm still dying. He's still watching videos. He bashed at one of them. Great, cool, awesome. So, and then I'm just like, I tell Tree, like, so it's been 20 minutes. Order of operations. That's not what happened. That's not sequential. Sorry. First, I, like, 5:15, I messaged my boss, like, hey, it's 5 p.m., what do we do? Like, do we bring our phones home? Like, do we turn off our laptops? Like, just, like, a special way to turn it off? Or, like, do we have to, like, log off and then turn it off? Like, what do we do about timesheets? We never even learned like how like clock in, clock out, right? I sent it like 5:15. Like, it's now like 5:20. He hasn't responded yet. His like little icon isn't like under the message saying that like he read it at least. And I'm just like, all right, it's like 5:20. I'm like, Tree, like, okay, it's like 5:20. I don't know what to do. And he's like, we could just keep working on the orientation stuff. And I was like we could. I'm like, okay, so like we could, but like technically, like it's past 5. We're technically working overtime, and like I read that you have to like your manager or whoever like has to like sign off on overtime before you start doing it, and like we don't even like know how to like do like timesheet stuff yet, like clock in, clock out yet. Like I don't know, man. Like I think we should just stop, but I also don't know what to do. And I texted boss and he hasn't responded, so I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I think, I mean, if it were me, I think it's just like turn off laptop, bring phone home, don't worry about timesheet. I guess I think that's what we should do. It's like, oh, okay, sure, let's do that. So start packing up, and then of course, like immediately, like 20 seconds later, my boss texted me back, like, yeah, basically, it's exactly what I said, like, take your phone home, turn off your laptop, don't worry about timesheet. So nailed it, but that's cool. It's now 5:25. Like, we're now walking out, and there's no one there. Like, it's literally just empty. There's like one janitor and like one guy in his like office, and like that's it. And apparently, according to Tree, like he like got out to like refill his water bottle at like 4 p.m. and like no one was there. And so apparently, because right now they're having us come in at 8 a.m. But technically, like after a few weeks, like after like done like with like intro and like onboarding and stuff and training, we can actually like start anywhere between 7 and 9 a.m. And then that means we can be between like 4 and 6 p.m. So I guess maybe some people, I don't know, maybe it's just the norm that people show up at 7 and leave at 4 or something. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, it was empty. Then we're walking out, we're talking, and it's like, oh wait, I forgot my lunchbox. So I'm like, okay. And he goes back, starts walking back to get it. And I'm like, okay, bye. And just awkwardly walk off. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to wait in that situation? Like, we don't share any hobbies. Like he likes hiking and origami, and he likes a lot of stuff. I don't even remember all of it. God damn. There's like 2 more things, I think. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I like video games, and I host events for video games. That's why I said that when they asked my hobbies were. That's what I said. And like, to be fair, that's what it is. Like, bro, I'm boat racing right now. Like, I guess I could bring up YouTube, but like I feel like that's part of boat racing. I don't feel like a YouTuber per se. I just post boat racing videos. I don't know. But yeah, so like me, some guy who went to some like state school for mechanical engineering, who his only hobbies in like video games, versus this other guy who's like UC Berkeley, has like four hobbies, doesn't even mention anything relating to like any electronic, like no video games, like no movies or anything. Like bro, it's crazy. Um, Outclassed a bit. Goddamn. But yeah, no. So yeah. Yeah, so I walk off. He grabs his lunch. I awkwardly walk off. I don't know what to do in that situation. Like I said, like we don't share any hobbies. I don't even know what we talk about. So I can talk about a job. I don't know. I don't know. I should push myself. I should be more social. I should make friends at my job. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. But yeah. So then I walked to my car. Also, yeah, I forgot where my car was. 'Cause I normally like write like my notes app on my phone, like where I parked my car, and I did that morning, right? But may I remind you, I drove my boss to lunch, and I didn't write down where I parked after that. So in the dark, in the cold, without a jacket, I had to find my car. Thankfully, it was where I thought it was. Um, I didn't take long, but that still happened. And then, I drove home. There was a little bit of traffic. I drove home, walked in the door, ate dinner, brushed teeth, and sat down and started recording this. Oh my god. Yeah, that's how the day went. My grandma asked, like, multiple times, because she has that one thing that old people get that makes them forget that I probably have because I can't remember this thing. And so she asked, like, was it interesting? And I was like no, because like and she's like yes, and I was like no, and she's like, why not? And like I was like, bro, we learned about like not sexually assaulting people in the workplace. Like it was normal day one stuff, and she would not understand because of course she wouldn't. She's like 80 or something, and like it's been like so long since she worked, and it's such a different environment. I'm sure, like, no, yeah, no, yeah. Um, you don't know how old your grandparents are? I'm sorry, I'm a bad grandchild. And they let me live here for free. Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, so that happened, and here I am now. That's not the reset button. Yeah, that's how the day went. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Overall, I mean, the company seems pretty legit. Seems pretty good. I didn't know it before applying, but like it's like the third largest company for what it does. And like it. I'm not gonna say what it does. I don't want to put that on the internet, but like, um, for what it does, it's the third largest company in the country. Which is pretty cool. And I mean, you can tell, like, bro, it can be fucking laptop, mouse, keyboard, phone, like, two monitors, like, off rip day one. Yeah, I guess it's kind of big, huh? Um, but yeah, so, I mean, the people seem good. Multiple people were like, this is a good company to work at. Overall, it seemed like a good place. Um, yeah, like, good, like, benefits and stuff, like, health benefits, whatever. I had to talk to my uncle about that, or my mom, or both. I don't know about like health benefits, whatever. 401k. I don't know, man. Yeah, I have to do that soon. I have a few weeks before the deadline to, or like before I can't even actually enroll in it yet. This is like the notifications gonna be sent to me like 2 weeks from now or something. So I can't if I wanted to, but I should still talk soon. Uh, yeah, what was I talking about? Uh, yeah, good place to work. Seems fine. The people seem good. My boss, like, he didn't seem like he talks quietly. I thought he was a bit more serious, but like like the people he was talking to, like he was like pretty, like, not playful, but like like he was a lot more fun than I thought he would be. That sounds so bad. Like I don't know. I thought he'd be like a lot like more like serious and like but he like cracked jokes and stuff. As we walked and talked to people. Oh, it's a good chicane. Good thing. Ish. Yeah. So anyway, uh, I was kind of scared that the environment was gonna be like pretty serious or whatever, but like I was happy to see that like people were just like talking to each other like it wasn't it wasn't like mega casual of course or anything, but like it wasn't like super formal, which is good. Like like one of the guys we talked to, like we walked in their office and like there's like Lego, like some not like I don't even know what it was. It looked like a heat map, but with Lego. Like I don't know, but yeah, seemed pretty good. Um, I'm not excited to do the work. Like from what I understand of the thing, like the job description, like the work just should be me like annotating drawings of like engineering parts, which isn't like that just sounds boring, but I mean like whatever I guess. Um, I also had the realization a couple weeks ago, like, oh wait, my job might just get taken by AI. Like, I can very well see an AI being trained to just do what I'm doing, because like it seems very doable. Right now, I personally wouldn't trust AI to do stuff like that. Um, but I also don't know. I haven't used AI enough myself, and I also don't know personal consumption. What the why? Was this Jolly? No, there would be a message if it was Jolly. Uh, like, I guess we'll go back to Frost. Fine, okay, fine. Uh, personal like ChatGPT is very different from like focus built AI, like specifically focus built AI to something, right? Like I don't know the latter. I've used a little bit of ChatGPT, but again, like it'd be. I think it might be pretty different from like purpose-built trained AI. So I'm not an expert in that. So like I could just be wrong. Maybe it is good enough right now to take my job. I don't know. We'll see. I guess in the coming years or months. I don't think months, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't know enough about AI. Uh, I hope it's gonna be a while because right now I don't want to go back to applying for jobs. That shit sucked. I applied for like 5 months, over 1,000 applications, man. That sucked. But yeah, um, yeah, the people seem nice. It seems pretty fun. Good company. Um, yeah. What this means for boat racing, because I only told a few people that I got a job. So if you're a boat racing guy, you're watching this, like yeah. Oh my God, Nation got employed. It's so over. I mean, I wasn't doing much to begin with, so I mean, to be honest, like it's just been like Summit and like some Mimer stuff. Like that's it. Um, so I don't know. I don't think much is changing. I don't even know if I'll be able to like do anything like Midgar remake level build projects anymore. Cause like during I feel like I had so much more free time during school. Um, which is like crazy. Cause like I don't know. Maybe I just didn't have to study as much. I did study a good amount though. I don't know. I felt like I studied a lot. Not a lot, but like, I mean, I didn't not study, right? Like I spent hours studying for exams and stuff, right? I did my work. I did my homework and stuff, right? But like, I don't know. This is literally like 8 to 5 a.m. or 8 to 5 p.m. shifts. Like, there's like no work during the day now. It's literally like go home, like maybe have a little bit of time before dinner, eat dinner, like I don't know, like a couple hours after dinner, and then sleep. Um, and like as I like the further I get into the day, like the worse I like not function, but like the less efficient I am, right? Like I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to like build tracks much, like, late in the day. Like, do, like, a lot of critical thinking. I don't even know. Guess we'll see. But yeah, so, I don't know if I'm gonna make any tracks like make a remake again, which sucks. I might just get help. I might just get people to help me build. I don't know. Like I did like the layout or whatever, and I have like I can pay people. I can pay people to freaking to test things out for me. I guess I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't even know if I would trust people enough to do it to my standards, even if I paid them. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really been doing much, like you know, especially compared to like way back when. Like I was doing like a lot more, like helping out a lot more leagues and stuff. But right now, it's really just been like Summit and like a little bit of Miber stuff. I think that's about it. So, like I don't know. I don't think much is gonna change in that department. I think I still have enough time to like do Miber stuff, like deal with tickets and whatever. So, yeah. Uh, yeah. I think I started saying this. I'm not excited too much for my job per se, like the work I'll be doing, but I do recognize that like all of my life has had led up to this. Like going to school, like all the way up to high school, getting a degree in engineering, right? Doing my internship, and all that up to like getting an actual job, and now I've finally actually gotten a job, and like now it's like now we're in the mid game, baby, and like yeah, so now we're out of Midgar. Um, but so like that's a bit exciting. I can like recognize that and be like, it is like it was kind of surreal. Like walking in, yeah, the freaking laptop, phone, like keyboard, mouse, backpack, like sitting down at like multiple Zoom meetings and whatever. And, be like, okay, I'm here now. But even then, like it's still gonna be like just the work itself does not seem interesting. Like, it's gonna be interesting. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. That'd be cool. But no, whatever. It's a first job. I don't think my first job's like super interesting. Um, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's how the first day went. That's also a lot more rambling from me. Um, yeah, I don't know. Can't wait to remember things I forgot immediately after pressing end recording. Anyways, yep, that's it. Bye. Bye. Bye.